At a budget meeting in the State Assembly last week, the Legislative Analyst Office told lawmakers the project is now reporting it's $7 billion short of what it needs by June 2026.
Eyewitness News reporter Solomon Ledbenka is in studio to explain the road bump for the high-speed rail project. Solomon?
Yeah, guys, good evening. At that State Assembly meeting, California Legislative Analyst Office Representative Helen Keaston told lawmakers that there was no specific plan to meet that $7 billion gap from Merced to Bakersfield. She says that with no plan, it could come to a halt within 15 months. At last week's budget hearing, the status and funding challenges of California's high-speed rail project were the topic of discussion. The Legislative Analyst Office has reported a $7 billion funding gap for the Merced to Bakersfield route, with total costs estimated at $35.3 billion.
Legislature would benefit from additional information, updated information on costs and funding as soon as that's available. We understand that the authority is working on that, as well as details on this proposed funding strategy. So the legislature can understand what's involved and what kinds of actions it can take to help consider in its consideration of the project.
With Japan proving to be successful having their high-speed rail, legislation questions the necessity of it in California with much less people.
California and Japan are almost the exact same size in terms of long, narrow countries, right? Yet Japan has 4 times the population of California. It makes it much less risky to get involved in a high-speed rail public-private partnership if you're a private company to tackle that when you have 130 million people versus 40 million people.
The legislator must address the funding gap by June 2026 to avoid schedule impacts, and that raises concerns.
Given your excellent point that we need to pass a budget in June, I don't think we can, I do not think that we can make ongoing commitments to the high-speed rail project in the absence of that information, is what I would say.
High-speed rail, it is a wonderful concept, but the practical implications of it in California with 2 dense population centers that you're trying to connect together that have lots of challenges in terms of making those connections, and much lower density than you have in places like China or Japan, mean that it is a different kind of economic challenge.
And as more news continues to develop, we will bring it here and on our website, BakersfieldNow.com. Reporting in studio, Solomon Ledbenka, Eyewitness News.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Murcia with Eyewitness News Bakersfield Now on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel where we have tons of great content to choose from. While you're here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button right there. That way you can stay up to date on all the things related within Kern County. Thanks for watching.